The only reason that Hunter Biden was gone after and charged, indicted, and found guilty was because his name wasn't Joe Smith, it was Hunter Biden. And that's the truth of it. You've got Eric Holder saying it. You've got former prosecutors like myself saying it. So,
why did he admit it earlier?
Wait.
I think one of the reasons why he didn't admit it earlier was because he didn't know that the felon-in-chief would become the next president.
So the only reason all of this is happening to him is strictly on the basis of his last name being a Biden. Meaning the Bidens do absolutely nothing to deserve anything that's coming their way. Like absolutely nothing. This man was found with a laptop, that exposed everything. Not only that, this man has literally broken crime after crime on video. And these are crimes that his father implemented some very, very strict disciplinary actions against these, crimes that Hunter Biden committed on camera. But none of that matters. It's just because he's Joe Biden's son. Wow, man, these people, they are losing it. Somebody says, funny how that works. I'm old enough to remember them going after Trump. Of course, his charges were made up. Like, literally, I cannot connect the dots with what they talking about. His dad's DOJ is people who went after, okay. It was because Hunter Biden is a drug-addicted, hardened criminal working for the big guy, okay? That's just what it is. Now, The View... They can't even acknowledge that Joe Biden lied. They're basically calling that an alternative fact, basically. Check this out.
I want to understand two things because I respect it as a parent. I understand why he would do it. Yeah. But I wanted to understand why lie about it for so long.
I'd stop calling it a lie.
Okay, why repeatedly say you're not going to and you do? And secondarily, for the part of this country, half of it that doesn't support Biden, doesn't know him personally, doesn't get to have phone calls, and they're just looking at a system that seems like it only benefits the people who are in power. What precedent does that set?
Well, here's what it sets. It's a precedent for all of us to open our eyes because we've elected someone who is in a similar situation, who didn't have a drug problem, who knew what he was doing, who clearly stood.
Wow. How did she somehow turn this back on Trump? Honestly, this has to be it ain't a skill, but this level of TDS is iconic.
Drug problem, who knew what he was doing, who clearly stood and said, I can do this. And he did it. So I think for many, many reasons, this is very different than any other situation that we have ever dealt with. Because when we're talking about who gets a pardon and who doesn't get a pardon, this man, I think Biden had no intentions of pardoning Hunter.
He quite literally said he wasn't gonna do it. What do you mean? Now they trying to give him an excuse. Oh, he didn't have no intention of doing it, but with Trump getting in office, he might as well. Like, you people are sorry, y'all sorry.
And I think the more stuff that went down, I think he said, well, why am I busting my behind to stay straight and do this when nobody else is, when no one else is doing it?
I think he thought he was going to win, and I just wish he would have been honest with the public.
He said he wasn't going to pardon him even after he lost.
Sitting there watching her scramble to try to come up with something to say was painful. Trust me, as somebody who does YouTube, I've struggled multiple times trying to figure out what to say in a moment like that. But she clearly did not have the words whatsoever, and tried to just completely divert the truth to be Trump fault type deal. Like, come on, man. We give these people too much attention, first of all, probably making them more famous than ever, given with Donald Trump winning. But hey, mental gymnastics, if it required a medal to win, I'm telling you, Whoopi would have won a gold medal that day. Somebody said it's called twisting a pretzel, grasping for straws. These people would never change after a landslide loss. No, they will not. We're giving this show as much relevance by posting all these clips here on Next. It's brain rot. Let's let it fade away, man. I wish it was that easy. Now the left is turning. I mean, they are turning on Joe Biden and the DOJ right now. Chaos is ensuing on MSNBC. I always like to put the BS at the end of that. But yeah, MSNBC, as leftist Joe Walsh slams Biden for making clear his son is above the law. This is MSNBC, y'all.
Walsh, welcome, Congressman Walsh. What do you make of all of this? What is likely to be the response on Capitol Hill to this breaking news?
Good to be with you. See, I told you so. They're all like that. So the next time any of us complain about anything Trump does, this pardon is just deflating. For those of us who have been out there for a few years now yelling about what a unique threat Donald Trump is, for Joe Biden to do something like this, Trump, nobody's above the law, we've been screaming. Well, Joe Biden just made clear his son Hunter is above the law.
Ooh, I can't believe they actually allowed this to air. What? And Elon ain't even bought y'all yet? What?
Donald Trump lies every time he opens his mouth, we've been screaming. Joe Biden repeatedly lied about this. The politicization of the justice system, Donald Trump and his people have been screaming. Well, that's exactly what Biden said here.
Joe, is this a politics of purity? I mean, we had Donald Trump pardon Sheriff Joe Arpaio during his term, and there wasn't a lot of hue and cry about that. I mean, this is a father who saw his first wife killed, his daughter killed in a car crash, his two young sons survive. One goes on to have real difficulties with addiction. Another dies because of cancer.
Now you finna, now listen. Everything that she's saying, I'm not just glancing over it like it's not tragic. What is that, Jada? Oh, but we're just not trying to glance over that. But come on, man. That has nothing to do with this right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to garner sympathy and use, very horrific situations that took place in his life to try to excuse his actions. And I don't think that that's okay. You're trying to dismiss accountability on the account that he went through some tragic things, which I'm not saying aren't tragic, okay?
Survive. One goes on to have real difficulties with addiction. Another dies because of cancer. This is a family that's really troubled. I mean, yes, he said he wasn't going to do this, but did anyone ever believe that that was the case? I mean, I would have put good money on this happening. Like, are many people going to be surprised that a father who is also the president would do this for a son?
I don't know that people will be surprised because you're right. Joe Biden repeatedly said he wouldn't do this. So he repeatedly lied. But this just furthers the cynicism that people have about politics. And that cynicism strengthens Trump because Trump can just say, I'm not a unique threat. Everybody does this. If I do something for my kid, my son-in-law, whatever, look, Joe Biden does the same thing. I get it, but this was a selfish move by Biden, which politically only strengthens Trump. It's just deflating.
All right, Joe Walsh, big hot take, and we're going to stay with this. But you also at home stay with us.
Now, none of the crimes Joe Biden listed were committed in 2014. So why did he stretch the pardon all the way back until then? Is a question that we all have to ask. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and look this up. I didn't cover it in the last video. I put it on the thumbnail though. But Donald Trump, he definitely responded to this in the most Donald Trump way ever. The perfect way, actually, if I'm being honest. Let's find it. It's on Truth. My guy came through with the does the pardon given by Joe Biden to Hunter include the J6 hostages who have now been in prison for years? Such an abuse and miscarriage of justice. Let's read the sentiments and the comments right now. All of the J6 prisoners must be pardoned on day one. The J6 prosecutions must end on day one. There's no effing excuse not to do this now. Trump must pardon all J6 victims on January 20th. Yeah, full pardon for every single one. I think this is a great response given that justice has definitely hasn't been upheld in this scenario. And the justice system clearly failed us in the sense that if they would have left it Well, I'm sorry. I meant to say they should have left it to the justice system. However, your boy wanted to step in and use his whole pardon ability days before a month before you got to get up out of that thing because he already know what's going to happen.
Okay, I thought I was done with political rants, but I guess I got one more. This Hunter Biden thing, it's in the news. Everyone's talking about it. Joe Biden and the Democrats, after probably saying no less than 9,482 times unequivocally that Joe Biden would not pardon Hunter Biden if Trump was elected.
The president would not pardon or commute the sentence for his son, Hunter. I just want to make sure that that is not going to change over the next 6 months. The president's saying he would not.
It's still a no. It's still a no.
It will always be a no.
It's still a no. It will be a no. It is a no. And I don't have anything else to add. Will he pardon his son? No.
He'd have to go through the jury system. Nobody's above the law, blah, blah, blah. What's he do? Of course he pardons them. Of course he does. Not only that, it's like for 11 years. So anything he could have possibly done in the history of time, he is pardoned for. Now, I'll start by saying if I could do that for a loved one, a family member, I would probably do the same thing. I wouldn't lie about it. I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to protect my own. No shit. If Trump gets elected and they're going to make Hunter Biden go to court and investigate him, all this, yeah, I'm going to protect him. But the Democrats, Biden, they didn't do that. They're like, no, what are we, crazy? Now, this is the point of this rant. And I've been saying it over and over and over. And why the Democrats got slaughtered in the election. Because they think they're morally superior to everybody else. So any Democrat, and lots of them, whenever you say this, it's like, what a fucking liar Biden the Democrats are. Can you believe it? They always, Trump, Trump, Your brain is broken. Your brain is broken. You don't get it. Because here's the thing. What the Democrats have done for, 12 years, have taken this moral high ground that we're the righteous party, the truth, honesty, integrity, and Trump is a threat to democracy. He's Hitler and he's a Nazi and this and that. And then the Democrats, whether it's the primary or this, time and again, they're worse than anything Trump's ever done. So if you're like, it's not that. It's the lecturing. It's the Democrats, this engine, just lying straight to our face, pretending they're the moral, righteous authority and thinking the American people are so stupid that we don't see through it. Blow up the Democratic Party. I'm not saying if you vote Democrat, you're a liberal. And I'm saying the Democratic Party, the people, the talking heads who sit there and call Republicans trash and we're stupid, no strong women around Trump. This is why you got obliterated in the election, because you guys are all liars. You sit on a house of lies, a throne of lies. You're no morally better than anybody else. Stop pretending it. We see through you in time and time and time and time again. Your true colors come forward. So stop pretending that you're this moral, righteous authority and you're so true and virtuous. You guys are fucking scumbag liars, and you prove it time and again, and this is just the latest in a long line with Hunter Biden. Yeah, I would pardon my son too if I had one, if I could save his ass too. I just wouldn't lie about it like you guys lie about it. By the way, everybody knew the lie was coming. Everybody. It's fucking pathetic. That's it. I'm hopefully done with the political rants, but it's just so crazy. It's like, and then you'll see Democrats still trying to be like defending it. Just give up, blow it up, start over. We'll see you the next election.
Not only that, I love this. Ted Cruz had reposted Joe Biden's tweet from May 31st, where he wrote, "No one is above the law." But shout out to Community Notes. You know what I'm saying? They pulled through this time. They said on December 1st, 2024, President Joe Biden pardoned his son, Hunter Biden, for crimes covering nearly 11 years of offenses against the United States, which he has committed or may have committed or taken part in during the period from January 1st, 2014 through December 1st, 2024. And this is him right here saying,
no one is above the law. No one.
That's obviously a lie. Peter Dorsey warming up for Karine Jean-Pierre this morning. Yeah, man, Peter Ducey, I said Dorsey, I was at an R. Ducey, man, yeah, he's definitely coming to grill her. I cannot wait. I'm upset that Joe Biden gave his crackhead son a pardon for tax evasions and gun charges. It's also being reported that their niece or cousin didn't block Hunter Biden or something like that. Democrats said that this was nothing, there was nothing to our impeachment inquiry. If that's the case, why did Joe Biden just issue Hunter Biden a pardon for the very thing we were inquiring about? Let me see. When Joe Biden pardons Hunter the day after Cash Patel gets nominated to run for FBI. Yeah, we can't even keep scrolling down because there's going to be some evidence. And just like that, America, we, the conspiracy theorists, right? Everything that we suspected, just like that. It's true. We had 4 years to impeach this man. And it didn't happen. Joe Biden believes Hunter is guilty because he knows Hunter is guilty because he knows he helped participate in it. And now you have the left turning their backs on him.